Welcome to the Life Hack Lab. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, today I'm going to talk about the approval-seeking trap, I'll call it. Now, we all crave approval. It's natural. We want to know that we matter, that we're valued, that what we do is seen and appreciated. And a lot of people, act like they don't care what others think, by saying, I don't need anyone's approval, and I get that. But let's be honest. We all want to be acknowledged in some way. And really, that's not bad. God designed us with a need for affirmation. The problem isn't the desire for approval. It's when approval becomes your focus. So instead of approving your work, working for approval becomes your work. Instead of being affirmed in what you do, you start doing things just to be affirmed. So when you start basing your worth on what people think, you fall into the approval-seeking trap. And so now, instead of working with excellence and trusting that the right approval will come, it will follow, we work for approval itself, chasing likes and validation and applause. And that's exhausting. Come on. Because no matter how much approval you get, it's never going to be enough. You know how it is. One day people love what you do. The next day, they don't even notice. If your value is tied to their reactions, you'll constantly be riding an emotional roller coaster. And that's not how we're meant to live. That's not how we're designed. So here's the truth. Your worth isn't in what people think. It's in who God created you to be. I'm reminded of Colossians 3:23, which reminds us that whatever we do, we should work at it with all of our heart, as if we're working for God, not for people, because ultimately it's God who rewards you. So instead of making approval the goal, make excellence the goal. Work hard, do your best, but don't let the opinions of others define you. Because at the end of the day, the only approval that truly matters is God's. So how do you break free from the approval-seeking trap? Well, here's 3 quick steps. Number 1, shift your focus to purpose over praise. Like, ask yourself, why am I doing this? If your main motivation is getting recognition or validation, it's time to realign your focus. Instead of chasing approval, chase purpose. What has God called you to do? What impact do you want to make? So what happens is when your focus is on fulfilling your purpose rather than pleasing people, their opinions start to lose power over you. Next, set boundaries with social media and external validation. A lot of your need for approval comes from constantly checking for likes or comments or compliments. Take intentional breaks from social media or anything that fuels your need for constant validation. If you find yourself obsessing over what people think, step back and remind yourself that your value isn't measured by their approval. And then practice seeking God's approval first. So whenever you start craving approval, ask yourself, well, what does God think about that? Instead of running to people for validation, run to Him. Pray, reflect on His word. Remind yourself that God's approval is constant and unchanging. And when you anchor yourself in His love, the opinions of others won't shake you so easily. So, instead of making approval the goal, make excellence the goal, right? Work hard, do your best, but don't let those opinions define you, all right? Right? It's God's opinion. Remember that. It's His opinion that matters to you. All right. Well, if this message spoke to you in any way, let me know in the comments. Have you ever felt trapped by the need for approval? Let's talk about it. Like and subscribe for more life hacks. And remember, rise in faith and thrive in purpose.